Actually, no, I'm gonna just keep it on the browser. Keep it simple because I'm already on here. Matter of fact, this is actually the trade. So, guys, this would actually be the trade right here, and obviously your target would be here. But being that comes in the same stop loss is really here. So now that's why we need to look at M and Q. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. We know we could confidently get here. Oh yeah, this is the reaccumulation model, guys. This is literally it. I think I'm actually look around. Hold on. You could just break even at 1 to 1, then let it ride. Yeah, it's a 15-minute model too. They can get really nice because this is essentially what you want to see, right? This technically shouldn't come back. Um, yeah, unless they're a market open, it decides to trade lower, which really isn't an ideal situation. So, um, I'm gonna actually take this. It's a reaccumulation model off the reaction of the S&T, right? We come here, we print down, we test, we come down, we test again, we break out, right? So there's really nothing below here. Oh yeah, the 30 minute that we marked out, right? So we have this zone down here that it could come to upon market open. Definitely could come and test this area, right? Especially after we come and take this out. So your 1 to 1 is right above this area. The only thing about these kind of entries is that like one, this would be the worst area to get in the trade. Um, Ideally, I mean right here. I mean actually no, not really, right? Because upon the closure of this candle, that's where you'd execute. So let's see if the stream is running real quick. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the thing back up. My bad, guys. All right, so we're all right, so we're and that's exactly why I didn't want to execute because I figured it could do something like this before continuing up. So now it might just want to pop up, right? Because we know we're trading inside of a smart money trap, and that's the reason why I'm looking at this for an entry. Because I'm like, okay, hold on, guys. Make sure you guys can see me. Um, I don't know if I want to. Oops, sorry, guys. I'm trying to put myself right here. I put myself right here, and hopefully that works out. That's the only thing about free trading view, bro. All these goddamn ads. Put myself right here, and that works out. That's the only thing about free trading. All right, I'm just gonna wait until price prints something that communicates to me that all right, this trade is legit. Because obviously it's 8:47. My trading session started pretty much around 17 minutes ago in terms of like the entry window, right? The window that I actually look to take my trades, 8:30 to 9:30. Um, so really 8:30 to 10:30 is like that prime window for me to take a trade. Um, So being that my session just started and that this entry model isn't the best, I don't want to take it unless the conviction is really there. I'm aware that this can actually take off though, right? Like this is a reaccumulation model right here that happened off of the reaction of, and I like the way it's kind of forming on the 1 hour, and that's why I'm like leaning toward taking it because on the 1 hour it's actually looking pretty legit in terms of okay, you guys see the consolidated candles, you guys see the candle that swept, tap this candle, and now we're engulfing it now. So that's actually a really good sign, believe it or not. And it's like being that this is a continuation model, this is what you want to see, um, because everything below is pretty much efficient, right? Yes, we have this zone here, but the thing about this zone is that look at the way the zone formed, right? We have a wick inside of it. So zones that tend to have wicks inside of them like that tend to either not um, come back to get tested often, or can sometimes actually end up failing because this can be liquidity in terms of this low and this low. But it's really a pattern recognition thing. Like this one I'm looking at right now, I would take a trade off of this zone um, because the narrative lines up to where if it was to go down and continue higher, this is the only place that I could see it continuing higher from. So I'll be mindful of that. You know what I'm saying? But gotta stay locked in. And at the end of the day, I know that the bearish price action we may see from this zone isn't to cause new lows because we have equal highs here, and that's why I'm like, okay, well, if the model wants to start from here, it can just start chugging along, and then market open can happen, and we just blitz these highs. But we'll see, we'll see. I'm watching the model to execute. I'm watching for it, but and now it's coming back down. So this is really nice. This is really nice because now the way it's forming, this becomes an area to actually enter the trade. It's at a pretty low point. If I was to put this on, because you're only really looking for a one-on-one for real. Uh, ain't looking for a one-on-one for real. Because all that's happening now is that we're at the test phase of the last point. It'll trade around before continuing higher, right? We're monitoring right now is the reaction of the test, right? But really, we're good to enter the trade though, right? It tapped into this OB and now we're seeing it. We're seeing it. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take this. Wait, do we sweep? Yeah. So we came inside this area here, and now we're starting to see right this reaccumulation start to form. So I'm being patient, but I'm prepared to take the trade. I really like how this candle's forming right here on the 1 minute. Really nice. All right, so now we're getting the break back up, which is ideally what I would want to see. Um, and let's just see where that is relative to the 15-minute entry. So the entry that we want would be right here, but where it's at now is right here. But we're starting to see it can kind of confirm in terms of reaccumulation price action. So now this is the test of this model right here, and how we react from here will determine how I get into this trade. it's funny because all of this got built, and it's like market open could really penetrate through all of this and then slingshot higher. And that's the reason why I'm not jumping into this trade. Like the real complete continuation model looks like this, right? Because now we've generated all this liquidity, we swept it out. Now we can push impulsively. So I'm gonna stay out of this. I'm genuinely gonna stay out of this. I don't even want to take this trade. I'm gonna stay out, and I'll just mark this. I'll just mark pretty much this area that we're watching. I'll mark from right here to right here, and this becomes simple. It's Monday. All I need to catch is one good trade this week. Oh shit, one good trade. That's all I need this week, and it's not gonna like I don't want to look back at my journal and see that one the first trade I took was this. I really like nah, and this is where like the whole self control and discipline thing comes in because one of my biggest struggles in quarter two was that I felt in a rush to make it happen now, and right now even just now I was displaying thoughts and patterns, thinking patterns that kind of reflected that same mindset back in quarter two, right? I'm looking for a trade. I'm hunting for a trade, but why hunt for a trade when you can just let it come to you? You know what I'm saying? I know what I want to see. I know what can happen. Also know that anything can happen. So I'm not gonna chase anything because my system is at its best when I'm letting trades come to me. So I'm gonna be patient. Still a lot of time in the session, hour and a half. So uh, you just got to stay diligent during this process. Stay diligent, stay um, focused, of course, in a flow state. I feel like I'm pretty deep in flow right now, just monitoring myself. So it's a good feeling. I'm just gonna let things play out, and yeah, I guess I'll be back in a little bit. Usually I get up from the desk around 9:30, but because I really have nothing else to do, um, I'm just gonna let the price action play and kind of come back, monitor every few minutes. But yeah, man, that's really it. The game is actually simple. You just gotta let it be simple. No cap. Yeah, so I'm waiting for a setup. Um, this is starting to confirm though. So it just confirmed in terms of like price action, right? You guys see it tamed down, tested, and now broke up again. So now is good for an entry on some shit, but I'm not gonna take this just because I wouldn't want to open my journal and see that this is the first trade that I took. But on some paper trade shit, Let's say your entry is right here, right now where it is, 1 to 1 is where we will break even. The stop loss is here. Here go our stop loss. Our break even is right here at 1 to 1. Boom. And then our target, literally, we could just put our target here at 1 to 2. But really, we're anticipating price to literally get up here. So no need to hold there though. Like if you know price can confidently get up there, then you can confidently lock in profits here, right? So let's say you got into this trade. Let's see what happens. Obviously I'm not taking it, but let's just imaginary paper trade to see if this model is actually as valid as we deemed it to be. So far it's looking the part, and we know we're trading at SMT, so we really should just continue higher. Um, so yeah, and then it's like you got to also look at the bigger picture, right? What's actually happening on a 1 hour, on a 30 minute. You know what I'm saying? What happens? Look at the price action. We're in it. We're inside of an accumulation, guys. Right? We broke up, came back. Now we're testing. Now we're going higher. So this whole box is one big accumulation, and we're inside of a smart money trap, right? When we look at this accumulation, look at this. Look at this. Lows being cleared, lows being cleared, everything collected, right? This becomes a new important pivotal point. Then what happens? We push out, we test that area, right? In the form of accumulation. Then what does that cause? A movement away. Then we reaccumulate by doing the same thing. Look, we take out the low, push out. Then what do? We come here, we take out the low, we come test, and now we're pushing out again. So we really should just be pushing out now. And that's what makes this setup very enticing is that we know we're at a point where we really should be pushing out. But if we just look at it like from a like how I kind of interpret my price action models, we came down, now we're pushing here, right? Now we want to see something like this, right? And that's exactly why, you know, all this liquidity built up could be the catalyst to create that last, phase five, I like to call it, move before we see prices continue. Because all of this is one big push that's being formed here. Sure, we kind of pulled back here, and that's right. This becomes a little valid, but it's like we need it. I want to see a deep pull because if we can get a deep pullback, we know that's going to be the low that creates the next leg in price. Where we are now, I can't say will be what causes this, right? Price to continue slingshotting, but it very much can be the case. Market open can happen, and we just blitz upward. So right now, um, all right, the trade is looking really good now, but because I committed to not taking it, staying out. Obviously, we're in it in terms of a paper trade. You know what I mean? But that's it. I'm not taking it. And delay gratification, just like how I've been doing. All of July, I literally didn't take a trade. Why would I want to break that discipline, that pattern of behavior now? Just because I see a trade going in my favor. There's gonna be another one tomorrow. I've still got an hour and a half left in the session, so we just gotta be disciplined. At 9:30, I'm definitely getting up and I'm stretching, because that's just routine. Because all that matters at the end of the day is I follow my plan. It's not even about finishing in the red or the green today. Uh, the only thing that matters is follow my plan. My goal this quarter is to have an 80% plan follow rate, right? So I'm only trading 15 days out of the quarter. So I just need 12 days I just need 12 days out of the quarter to be days where I follow my plan and I will genuinely succeed. Oh, sorry guys. I did not mean to do that. I got my desktop pulled up on another screen, just kind of refining my trading journal here. Like that. Okay, perfect. So, is there anything else? Timing goes on. Perfect. All right, so trade's starting to pick up steam, um, which is nice. I didn't even look at gold today. I didn't bother. But let's take a look at gold because holy moly, this asset is insane, yo. Look at gold, bro. It's actually finally fake ready to start making new all-time highs again. Um, it seems like it just completed this reaccumulation cycle, right? Because now we could just pretty much take out all of this now. We could just expand upward. So nice for gold. Nice for gold. It's crazy that it's trading here, man. But I'm gonna go back to MQ. It's actually not too late to get into this trade, but I ain't taking it. I ain't taking it. Staying out. It's crazy because I'm only trading 15 days this quarter, and this is one of them. On some shit like I don't think y'all understand how crazy this is for me because literally last quarter I traded 40 40 trading days, and I cut that down to 15 because I genuinely understand that I can find success trading less. And I really do believe I'll end up finding a lot more success trading less. But it's just about showing up though. Like you gotta still show up and perform. And it's crazy because during a session you're not really doing anything. You're just monitoring price after you've kind of identified what you're looking for. So, I understand these things. It's just exercising that discipline, exercising that delayed gratification, not thinking about the fact that this trade might move into profit and I didn't take it because that doesn't actually matter. This trade doesn't follow my plan to the T. So why would I take it? Just because I know it's gonna go higher, just because it's poised to go higher? Nah, bro. The only way I take this is if a genuine confirmation signal prints, right? Because everything I need to see in terms of an entry model is present, like the build up, the inducement, right? The move up into this SMT, the test, now the breakdown. Now, to see the test of that area would be boom, boom. So that's kind of what's occurring right now. So the real trade would be off the closure of this next candle, depending on how it closes. But like if it engulfed and it closed like that on an engulfing, then you kind of would take it up here Your stop loss still here. I mean, your stop loss goes here because the idea is to catch the continuation when it's ready to just literally impulse. So you don't want to be entering the trade at a point where it's potentially can retrace, especially if you're trying to scalp. So I'm like, okay, it's mitigating this zone right here, and now it's confirming it. So what you could do is go down to the lower time frame, right? And you literally see what's going on. So the lower time frame, look what it does. It comes down and it retests. So theoretically, you don't want to see it come back again because yeah, you got this zone here. Does it come into it? Yep, it literally taps it. That's all it needs to do. It taps the zone and then it reprints up. So now on a 1 minute, you look at this trade. Look how this is a clear and accumulation, very clear, right? This is the test. This is the test of the test. So this is actually the final point in which we should see price action communicate that it's ready to go higher. So like literally, this would be the ideal point to get in the trade with a stop loss below here. So now let's look at what that risk profile can look like. I'll put my laptop in charge. I've been traveling all around the world trying to find peace. Obviously, your max TP would be here, but yeah, yeah, and I'm starting to like this trade now because it's lining up close to market open to where okay, we're at the final stages of this, and then market open can happen, and we could just blitz upward. So all right, there we go. Let's get it, y'all. So we're in those, and let's just make sure because now it should just impulse. It really shouldn't come back. So our stop loss is set properly. Our TP, make sure that's set properly. Max TP is 1500, so we just go 1490. Make sure that's set properly. And then obviously we know our break even at 1 to 1 is right here. So we're going to move to break even as soon as it hits 1 to 1, pretty much. Or if it hits 1 to 1, obviously this could be a loss, but if we get to 1 to 1, we'll move to break even and we'll just lock that in just in case it does want to pull back. But our TP is here for about one to 1.6. So So in a second, just gonna pull up my quick time player and just kind of log the fact that I'm in this trade. As you guys can see, I actually ended up entering on the exact point where price decided to reverse, started reversing. But we'll see if it wants to commit to that and continue lower. If it does, then I'm a loser. If it doesn't, great. Um, but regardless, we're gonna let this trade play out. I know what I saw going into it, so it's just about being patient and letting it play out. And just so y'all clear, this is the model that I executed off of right here. This box, this price action here is what I'm executing this trade off of. We just look at this closely. Create equal lows. Okay. We know we still got our zone down here that it could come to upon market open, kind of smashing out all these lows. But if this loses, then I'm done for the day. What I can do now is just give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta, oh, hold on. I'm just gonna start recording this. Okay, y'all. So I took it long on NQ. Um, you guys will see if you were watching the live stream that I was monitoring this price action model for a buy. Um, was on the fence about it for most of the session, but ended up deciding to take it because of the higher time frame picture, in the sense that this is a smart money trap zone, and what I was looking for off this zone pretty much occurred. I was looking for a reaccumulation, and that's pretty much what we got, right? We came, we swept, we impulsed, and then we did the same thing here, right? Just reaccumulated, came up, tested the area, and then we printed higher. So that was pretty much my confirmation to get into the trade. Now, when I entered, I thought I got the entry that was going to be no drawdown, but literally as soon as I entered, uh, I got instant drawdown, but it came to test, and now we're starting to push out. So that's pretty much why I took the trade, because I don't expect this supply zone that we're inside of to hold, because the bigger picture, which is this whole box right here, this is a bullish price action model, right? So we're pretty much just looking for that to occur. Now, I know that this trade could very much be a loss because the area where I was actually initially looking for a trade down here has all this liquidity resting before it. So what could happen is during market open, we kind of smash through these lows, and then the setup that I really wanted ends up forming. But if that happens, then I won't be there for it, because if I take a loss on this trade, then I'm done for the day. Now, if it happens in the form of a break even, then I'm done for the day. But all I know is if this trade goes to one, I'm gonna move to break even and let it ride to my TP. If it breaks me even at 1 to 1, um, or stops me out at 1 to 1, then I lock in, uh, decent amount of percentage on the day, and I'll keep it pushing. Show back up tomorrow, ready to do the same thing. Even better. So this is the trade that we're in. Now I can just zoom in on the price action so y'all can see my entry, right? I entered on this doji candle. When it started breaking out above these highs, I entered, and then it kind of came back down, and then now it's doing what it's doing now. So now we shouldn't really see it retrace. We should just see it print upward. Um, Obviously, it shouldn't revisit these areas because what? Equal lows here. So we really should not see it come back down here. And that's the reason why I didn't put my stop here. I put my stop here because I'm like, well, if this trade is gonna hold, price really should not come back down to this area. So everything is managed properly. And just to really go over the risk that I put on this trade, I got two contracts on it, which amounts to, for this trade, $890. So for the eval, I'm risking around, 900 to $1,000 per trade, anywhere from really like 750 to like 1,000, but like it's really that range, 750 to 1,000. I'm risking per trade, and obviously the whole strategy behind that is just we're looking to pass evals quickly. We're not looking to waste time. We know our system works. We know we have edge, so we're just going to manage risk accordingly. Um, and then also, it's like when you have the financial means to play the game this way, it's a lot, um, in my opinion, better. So now we're just gonna let the trade play out, and yeah, that's really all I got. I'll be back with an update. This might hit stop loss. This might not. Um, I'll let this video play so you guys can get a live reaction, of the trade playing out, and that's really it, man. So we got 9 minutes until market open, so we'll see how this continues to develop. But how do I feel? Regardless, I know that the important thing is that I follow the plan. So that's all that matters. I can't control the result of this trade. I know that this trade model follows my plan. I know that this is what I was looking for in terms of price action. So that's all I can do. Whether or not the trade works out in my favor is beyond my control. So it's almost time for a stretch break. 9:30 a.m. Get up from the desk, and yeah, pretty much it. Just keeping things routine, keeping things simple, not overreacting. Um, you've been around the game too long to overreact to little things. So we know what we're doing. We know what our objectives are. Everything is clear. Literally just letting time pass, being present, for the session. So we got three in the chat. Hey, yo, if you are on the stream, please like, comment, subscribe if you guys would like to see more live trading sessions. This is going to be a really cool journey to see because you guys are seeing me from ground zero. Um, right now, I have no funded capital under management after having 250K during quarter two and blowing it. So it's a restart, it's the rebuild, it's the reconstruction of my portfolio, of my mind, of my future. And I just hope to grow, alongside you guys during this process. So if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, I would appreciate if you drop the like. Shit forming on the 15. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now we should just see it continue to impulse. I like how it's forming on the 15. I really do. Now we got 4 minutes till market open, which is also break time because we're already in the trade, so there's really no need to watch it. But I'm just monitoring it because it's still close to entry. So what I can do is I can take an image of this. Actually, let it rock. I do feel a bit rusty on some shit. Like like I haven't been around in a while, so I definitely feel like rusty on some junk. But I feel like it's a good type of rusty. It's like I know what I'm doing. I feel good, but it's clear that I've been gone for a while. Type vibe. That's what it kind of feels like. But hey, man, this is the first trade I took in a month, so we gonna see how this ends up playing out. Obviously, you guys are starting to see price break out now, so just gotta stay locked in, stay diligent, let it play out. In a few minutes, I'm gonna get up from the desk and just stretch, come back, continue to monitor price. But hopefully, market open and shit just smacks TP, and that'll be day one like a pro. And yeah, man, just gotta keep it pushing. Thank you, bro. I don't know why I say it like that. It ain't nothing to be worried about, man. I just be doing that sometimes on some like locked in shit. You feel me? Like on some real locked in shit. Trading View ads, man. I got it. I might as well just get the pro because that's the one thing I don't want y'all to be seeing like these. Like I personally don't mind because I don't care. But I know as a viewer, that's just probably annoying to see. We keep seeing ads pop up on the screen. But real talk, y'all. The reason why I use the free one is really to challenge myself, see how good my system is, and how good am I really. Can I trade with Trading View, the free version? And I've found success trading with the free version for the past year, believe it or not. Um, I don't need custom time frames and none of that shit. You give me the 1 hour, you give me the day, you give me the monthly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 15, and the five. That's all I need. I bet. So now it's market open. So now price to just exactly expand upward. So this is where we just move to break even now. We move to break even. We protect our risk. Okay. Yep. Yep. Now we're moving our stops to one to one. Price is close to TP. All right. That's fine. It's probably gonna hit my TP, but at least I locked in not $895 on the day, and that is my day done. So TP hit. Y'all saw it live. Um, yes, I was up 1300 at one point, but am I gonna let that, you know, uh, cloud my judgment on whether or not this is a good trade? Oh, I should have closed at 13. That's not my rule set. My rule is when I get to one and it starts to expand past it, just move that because at the end of the day, I'm looking for 1 hour anyway. Anything after that is just a bonus. This is likely gonna hit my $1,500 profit target, but that's fine. Follow the plan, and that's what I did. So first day back, clean W, clean trade, um, very thought out, right? Because you guys saw literally every step of the way how I was thinking about the trade, why I stayed out of the trade before getting into the trade. I explained my thought process behind getting into the trade. So this is what it takes. This is the process right here in real time. So that's really all I got. Um, we're gonna keep it pushing. It's always a beautiful thing to be done trading, earlier in the day because it gives you more time in the day to just focus on other things. So um, I'll take that $900 win. It's a really great start to the execution cycle, to the week, everything. Um, so yeah, man, I don't really got nothing else to say. That's pretty much what I do. And as traders, that's what we do. We show up, we execute, we get our results, and we leave. So I guess I'm gonna end the stream now just to keep things easy. But just want to let y'all know, keep grinding, and your time will come. So great job today, y'all. Great job to myself for sticking to the plan, for staying diligent. Um, and yeah, that's all you can do, man. So y'all be good. Peace.